I can't work a 9 to 5. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not a flaw. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's even a superpower. What if your inability to work a traditional job isn't something that's wrong with you, but something that's right? What if the very thing people criticize you for is actually one of your greatest strengths? Because here's the truth most people don't want to admit. Some of us just weren't built for cubicles, call centers, corporate culture. Some of us were never meant to live on someone else's schedule or give our best energy to work that drains us. And no matter how much we try to fit this 9 to 5 mold, we may never be okay with it. Hi, I'm Dee, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome to It's Just Monday. On this channel, we talk about surviving jobs we hate, coping until we can quit, building exit plans, exploring side hustles, and learning from people who made it out and found success. Let's be honest, most of us don't hate work itself. We hate the way work is packaged inside the 9 to 5 system. The commute, the rigid hours, the meetings that could have been emails, the micromanagement, the feeling of being replaceable, overlooked, or undervalued. It's not the work that drains us. It's the system that treats humans like machines. A 2023 Gallup poll found that nearly 60% of employees feel emotionally detached at work, and almost 1 in 5 say they're miserable. We're not imagining it. We're not just being dramatic. This is how the system was built, and it's burning people out. Workplaces have normalized dysfunction. They reward skipping lunch, staying late, and never using vacation days. They praise grind and hustle while ignoring rest, well-being, and balance. And you definitely start to feel it. You wake up tired, you go to sleep anxious, you live for the weekend just to do it all over again. And then there's the lack of flexibility. Most 9 to 5s still expect your life to revolve around your job. Doctor's appointments, mental health days, caregiving, none of that fits into a rigid clock in, clock out model. And then when you add the commute, nearly an hour a day, and you're basically spending over 10 full days a year just getting to a job you probably hate. And if you're highly sensitive, creative, introverted, or purpose-driven, that environment starts to feel unbearable. It's like your soul starts itching. That's how it started for me. Slowly and all at once. Like deep down, I always knew I'm not built for this. In case you haven't guessed, I'm an introvert, and that played a huge role in why traditional work felt so wrong. In corporate environments, introversion often gets misunderstood. You're not seen as thoughtful, you're seen as disengaged. You're not seen as calm, you're seen as not a team player. I remember being told to speak more, smile more, be more visible, basically be less me. And that's really the exhausting part. Not the work itself, but the mask you have to wear to feel accepted. Faking enthusiasm, adjusting your personality depending on who's watching, shrinking in some rooms, overcompensating in others. And eventually, you start to feel like you're disappearing. And when showing up to work feels like a performance, how do you still have any energy left to actually perform? I started to resent that who I naturally wasn't enough. And that really made me hate the environment. Not because I was lazy, but because I was constantly forcing myself to be someone else. And of course, there were other reasons I hated the 9 to 5. Being on someone else's schedule, asking permission to rest or take time off, toxic coworkers, condescending managers, pretending to care about things I truly didn't care about. And at some point, I started wondering, what's wrong with me? Why don't I care like everyone else does? Here's what I've learned. If you don't care about the things they say you should care about at work, you're not broken. Your heart just isn't in it. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. And you're definitely not ungrateful. You're human. And humans are wired for meaning, for creativity, for purpose. That old blueprint, go to school, get a job, work 40 years, then retire, that doesn't work for everyone anymore, especially for people who crave more freedom, more creativity, more control over their time and their lives. So when people label you lazy or irresponsible, ask yourself, what if I'm not the problem? What if I'm just built for something different? I want to be clear. This isn't about bashing 9 to 5 jobs. Some people thrive in traditional work. They like the structure. They like the routine. They like the stability. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if it never felt right for you, if you've always struggled to feel fulfilled in those roles, that doesn't mean you're broken. It might just mean you're meant for a different path. Some of us are built for deep work, for quiet creation, for solo projects, for building instead of performing. That doesn't make you less valuable. It means you need a different environment to thrive. Because you were never meant to survive in a system that doesn't see you. You were meant to build something new. Hating your 9 to 5 might actually be a good thing. Think about this for a second. What if your restlessness isn't failure, but feedback? What if your discomfort is actually your intuition, trying to point you somewhere better? The people who feel out of place in this system are often the ones meant to challenge it. If small talk drains you, if routine suffocates you, if office culture makes your skin crawl, that's not laziness. That's a sensitive, thoughtful, nervous system reacting to the wrong environment. And if you look at artists, creators, innovators, a lot of them struggled in traditional systems. They didn't fit in, so they built something else. Their discomfort became direction. So if you've been told you're too sensitive, too idealistic, too distracted, too rebellious. Good. Those aren't flaws. They're clues. Clues that your gifts might not fit inside someone else's box. So hating your 9 to 5 might be the thing that wakes you up, that pushes you to imagine more, that nudges you toward your real path. And maybe that's the beginning of your real life. So if you've ever thought, I feel like I was meant for more, I have so much unused potential, I don't feel like myself at work. Maybe you were never meant to fit in. Maybe you were meant to stand out, to build something different. This doesn't mean quitting tomorrow. It doesn't mean risking everything overnight. It might just mean starting with better questions. What do I actually want? What kind of work feels like me? What's one small step I can take toward that? So let me leave you with this. Why not you? Why not trust that quiet voice inside? The one that keeps whispering, there's more than this. Because there is. There's a whole other way to live. One built on purpose, not pressure. One that honors who you are, not who you're expected to be. You don't have to burn it all down tomorrow, but you can start small. You can start now. You can start by simply saying, I want more. And if that's you, you're not alone. This channel, It's Just Monday, is a space for people like us. People waking up to the idea that they're built for something different. So stick around, join the community. Let this be your turning point, the moment you stopped shrinking and started exploring what else is possible. You're not broken, you're just getting started.